Hello, everybody. Um, Thought we'd do a bracket for Christmas Eve. I don't know how many people will join us out there or in here, but I figured why not? Since Gary wasn't doing his chat, but uh, he decided to join us. How you doing, Gary?
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
And our G Webs, how you doing?
Fred Midland, thanks for hosting.
And the neighbor G Webs has an inflatable pug Christmas decoration.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Grab a
So
picture of it.
they are out there. You can find them.
Can you grab a picture of it?
I'll send you one tomorrow.
Yeah, no hurry or nothing.
And who was it? Somebody had asked a question. Pack Rat's Attic had asked about the thumbnail. Those are AI.
But we could take something like that, tell the AI to turn it into a 3D, and then put that into a 3D printer and make it. You'd have to paint it, but you could make that easy enough.
You
We used
could.
to do that kind of stuff back in the day, except I would make them from scratch. But nowadays, I think I would try to let the AI create the 3D image for me.
I have wanted to get one 3D printer, but I'm just afraid of it ended up being a money pit.
They're not that bad anymore. They're more like appliances now, from what I've heard. Like the ones I had were not that complicated, but now they're even less complicated. And most of the accessories that people screw around with them, you just print. So, like, there's not a lot to buy for it. In other words, like accessory wise.
So I'd like to get, one of the engravers, but I don't have enough stuff that I would be engraving to really make it sensible to buy. It's just it would be a toy. And I saw Chris from the 740 is out there, and I sent you a link, Chris, if you want it, if you're free. I emailed you a link. And Justin Grimm is out there. It saved me from finding a life. Let me go through and say hello to everybody. Andrew Carmichael from way over there, the other side of the sea. Sergeant Joe Smith. Gear Websites. DJ Play Nice. Skagit Valley Guns. And Pack Rat's Attic. Woods. Gizzard Gary. Chris from the 740. Vulcan Rumble. Justin Grimm. Boomstick. Mr. Bob Dabalina. And if I didn't say Vulcan Rumble, I can't remember if I said him or not. Hopefully I didn't miss him in order. And I think that's everybody that said anything so far. So good evening and Merry Christmas to everybody. Well, Merry Christmas Eve. So I thought we'd just do a bracket. We'll do a 32 bracket. We'll do one of the big boys.
A standard bracket, a standard capacity bracket, in other words.
No, that's extraordinary bracket. X Bowman's out there. Ask anybody get any Christmas guns? I'm debating. There's one I'm looking at, but I don't know. Oh, that's all right, Chris. I understand. Oh, so let me pull up our bracket. And it is Band toys.
Toys that people in a band play with. I got it.
Not quite. These are toys that were recalled or pulled from the shelves for whatever reason, for being too dangerous. Shafty's out there. It's been a while. Hope you're doing all right. So, and these span the years. I tried to get a good selection of over the years, and so we've got the kite tube. And I had considered doing pictures for all these, but since there's 32, I got kind of lazy. But the sky tube, that's an inner tube that gets pulled behind a boat, and it'll catch wind and fly up in the air. And the biggest problem is when you come back down, a lot of people got hurt. The sky dancers. So it's a little doll that has a little base that spins it and has little arm wings that come out. And the original ones had kind of stiff arms. So it would either smack kids in the face, or if they had long hair, it would twist up in their hair. Snack time Cabbage Patch dolls. The Cabbage Patch doll where the mouth would pull in French fries, the little plastic French fries. But if a kid put his finger in there, in the mouth, it would pull the finger in too. A Bat Masterson Derringer belt buckle. It's a belt buckle with a little derringer that's on a hinge, and I'm not sure exactly how it worked, but if you pushed your hip, it would hit a switch and the derringer would swing open on the hinge and fire a cap. The Atomic Energy Lab. So they gave you radioactive materials to test.
Gizzard had this one.
And the next three are from the same company, Gilbert. So Gilbert had a caster kit junior, and God, now I forget what they're casting, but it got hot. So the kids would burn themselves, and
It was like
Gilbert
lead, right?
also,
You would melt like a
oh yeah,
car
to
or
make
something.
like tin soldiers. That's what it was.
Oh, it was soldiers. Oh, okay.
Well,
I think
not
I
sure
said
what
it
shapes
was
they
cars.
had. They could have been. I'm not sure if they had different plates, but you melted lead into figures. And Gilbert also had a glass blowing kit for kids. There's the Barbie and Tanner. So it's a Barbie doll with a little dog, and you feed the little dog and it poops out little magnetic poops. And the pooper scooper had a magnet, and the kids would swallow the magnets. Pack Rat's Attic said he had the chemistry lab. Wow. So does he now have Hulk-like powers? Flubber, the original Flubber, the kind of green gooey slime stuff, was toxic. Polly Pocket playset, that's another one with magnets. So the magnets could come loose and the kids would swallow them. And the problem is you get two small magnets in different parts of the intestine and they stick together. So either they'll get stuck there or they'll tear through the lining. The splash off water rocket, that's the old rocket you fill with a little bit of water and then you pump it up with air and you shoot it off, but some of them would explode.
Well, plus people would shoot them at each other. So the problem with the magnets too is if you swallow a bunch of magnets, then every time you swallow like a tack or a nail or whatever, it gets stuck in you and doesn't go through.
Yeah. The Super Bang blast balls. They're little balls that when you hit them together hard enough, they crack like a cap, but you hold them in your hands. The thing maker, and there were two types. They're basically the same. The thing maker and what was the other one? Creepy crawlers. So it's basically a hot. You put your whatever plasticky chemical in the little mold on a hot plate, and of course, kids would get burned. The rollerblade Barbie. It would throw sparks from the rollerblades when you rolled her along. So it was a fire hazard. Mini hammock, little hammocks for kids, but they didn't have the spreader bars. So the kids would get wrapped up in it, and some of them would choke, and some of them couldn't get out. The CSI fingerprint kit. This one got pulled twice. I think the first time because it had asbestos in the fingerprint powder. And then the second time, can't remember what chemical it had. Might have been like lead or something. Clackers, that's the little two balls on a string, and you kind of flip your hand up and down, and they clack, 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 clack. And kids get hurt because they fly loose. White Rambo, USMC. Good evening. Buckyballs. It's a little round magnets, and then you can make shapes, but that's another magnet that kids would swallow.
I have tons of those. You can't buy them anymore. I have tons of them. They're super fun.
Yo-yo water balls. So these were like, the little elastic sticky hands that you swing around and they stick to stuff. These were kind of like that, but it was a gel-filled ball. And it was a strangulation hazard, and the liquid in the ball was toxic. Where are we? Oh, the Austin Magic Pistol. This one is kind of cool. It's a ping pong ball shooter, a little pistol-sized ping pong ball shooter that used calcium something and water. So when it interacted with the water, it created a bang, and it would shoot the ping pong ball. We've got aqua dots. You had a little forms with little indentations for the dots and a little kind of pen thing, and you could do designs, and then you put water on it to make the dots adhere to each other. The only problem was the chemical they used to make the dots adhere was GHB. Had GHB in it, which is the date rape drug. So when kids would eat it, they would go goofy.
What was it?
The aqua dots.
What were they? What was the toy?
Kind of. You had a little pen, stylus thing, and you use that to deposit little dots, plasticky dots, and you'd have a little tray with little indentations so you could make designs.
So it'd look like little 8-bit designs or like little.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're saying the dots were made out of drugs?
Well, the chemical they used that made them stick to each other.
Oh, they stuck to each other.
Yeah, that had the chemical in it.
Oh my god, that's stupid as hell.
Moon shoes, and there were two different kinds, and I can't remember what
moon boots or moon shoes.
Moon shoes, not moon boots were cool in the 70s, but moon shoes are shoes with springs on the bottom, so you bounce. And there's two different versions. The original one had basically two steel plates with two steel springs in between. And then the later ones had kind of plastic, and I'm not sure what kind of springs they used. But both of those were recalled because, kids would break their ankles. Darth Maul lightsaber. There were two lightsabers, the Darth Maul and the, can't remember, it was Qui-Gon's or Obi-Wan's, but both of them would overheat, so they'd kind of catch fire and melt. Water wiggle, that's you hook it up to a hose and you use it in the backyard or whatever, and it's a hose with a cap on the top, so the water pressure would make the cap kind of dance all around and then spray water, and kids would run through the water. The problem was if that cap came off, it turned into a high pressure hose and would whip around. And according to the article when I was looking up these toys, there's at least one kid that drowned because it lodged in his mouth. The Easy Bake Oven. I think this was also pulled a couple times. The original ones were all metal and looked like the old time stoves. And then the later ones, I'm not sure how those ones worked, but the later ones that I remember my sister had in the 70s used like a 100-watt light bulb as a heating source, and that also would burn kids. But I would make cakes in those. The Hannah Montana card set, the holder for the cards had a high lead content. The Sky Ranger Park Flyer, it's a little remote control plane. The Park Flyers are ones designed to fly kind of slow in a smaller area, so you can fly it in a park. But they would explode randomly. The Colonial Vipers, the Battlestar Galactica Colonial Vipers, they shot a little missile, and the missiles were a choking hazard. Kids would swallow them and choke them.
Those were pretty awesome. That's what stopped a whole bunch of stuff. I remember when those came out.
Yeah.
It was like the last of the cool toys.
Lawn darts, also known as jarts, and something javelin, and I can't remember the other name. The early Matchbox cars, they had lead paint. Star Wars Boba Fett, that was also choking hazard because it had a missile. And the early slip and slides, people got hurt with broken necks. Shanna Ewing is out there. Good evening. So are there any questions on any of these toys? No? So let me go ahead and shuffle these. And the criteria is, which one would you like to get for Christmas? Which band toys would you like to get for Christmas?
I feel like someone in a band would rather have an instrument.
Well, you need something for your downtime. Mr. Bob said, I miss natural selection. First off, we've got the Thing Maker against the Barbie and Tanner. Gizzard. Oh, did we lose Gizzard?
Sorry about that. I couldn't get to my mute button. So we got a Thing Maker and what?
Barbie and Tanner, the little dog with the magnetic poops.
Oh, let's go with the dog with the poops.
One for Barbie and Tanner. G-Webs.
The Thing Maker.
Thing Maker. Oops. I forgot to mark the vote. There we go. One for the Thing Maker. Boomstick said Thing Maker. I think I'm going to go with the Thing Maker too. I never had one, but as a kid, I kind of wanted one. You can make your own creatures.
Somebody's house that I went to had one in the basement, but there was no stuff for it because, I'm sure they quit making the stuff after like 4 months. So you couldn't even get the stuff after a while. So I've seen it, or at least I seen something like it, but useless because we couldn't have, we didn't have any of this chemicals or whatever.
Mr. Bob said Thing Maker. We had countless blisters from those bad boys, and Pack Rat's Attic said Thing Maker. So now we've got the Super Bang Blast Balls against the early Slip and Slides. Gizzard.
The blast balls.
Blast Balls. G-Webs.
What if somebody's playing with those blast balls at the end of the slip and slide? It could be dangerous, but I'm going with the blast balls.
You're going Blast Balls?
Uh-huh.
Ozzy Osbourne said we need to bring back all these toys. That's how we weeded out the weak. Pack Rat's Attic said Blast Balls. And Boomstick used to huff the Thing Maker. And he said Blast Balls. So I am also going to go Blast Balls. So now we've got the Colonial Viper against the Mini Hammock. Gizzard.
Colonial Viper.
Colonial Viper. G-Webs.
The Battlestar Galactica thing. It's the last toy that we had that shot stuff ever. I think there might have been one tiny X-Wing or something that shot after that, but that was it. Like, after that, no toys could shoot anything. All they would do is move a 1/4 inch forward. It was horrible.
Yeah, I'm going to go Colonial Viper.
Plus, it's Battlestar
And it's
Galactica.
These are the good Vipers. I do not recognize any other form of Colonial Viper.
Whatever.
Now we've got the Easy Bake Oven against the Kite Tube. Gizzard.
Kite Tube.
Kite Tube. G-Webs.
Can't make cookies with a kite tube.
Easy Bake Oven. Pack Rat's Attic. Come on, get over there. There we go. It said Viper. Yeah, I'm going to go Easy Bake Oven. I made several cakes in my sister's Easy Bake Oven. So now we've got the Clackers against the Water Wiggle. Gizzard.
Clappers.
Clackers. G-Webs.
Well, I'm not voting for anything called the Water Wiggle, but I never had clackers. I just never seen them in stores. I never knew anybody that owned them, I don't think.
I've seen the later versions where instead of being on strings, they were on plastic rods so they couldn't come loose. And Mr.
Bob
Bob
put them on rods because people couldn't figure out how to use, how to do they weren't coordinated enough to do them on strings. They needed the assist. It was like training wheels to put it on a little triangle rod or whatever.
Mr. Bob said Plastic Goop was the potpourri of my childhood. That and airplane glue and magic markers. And don't forget mimeograph paper.
A lot of airplane glue. You mean Ditto machine stuff.
What's that?
Ditto machine is what we called it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, at least, I don't think we had them after high. We didn't have them in junior high. We only had them in little kids' school. But
I don't remember.
That stack of papers, and it would make somebody fall over, like if you were too close to a stack of papers right when they came from the office.
That and the markers, permanent markers.
I don't remember that so much. They never gave us markers when I was a little kid.
Pack Track Addict said Clackers. Boom.
I think markers were expensive a long time ago. Or at least they just never gave them to us because they were all smart enough to know that we'd make a mess. But I think they were just super expensive back in the day.
Well, there definitely weren't as many around. Ozzy said Clackers. And Mr. Bob said Clackers left marks. I'm going clackers also. So now we've got the Darth Maul lightsaber against the Austin Magic Pistol.
What's the magic pistol?
That's the ping pong ball shooter, and it used calcium something or other and water, and it made a pretty loud bang and shot the ping pong ball pretty good. Gizzard.
I want to go for that pistol.
G-webs.
Yeah, I'm looking for that gun on eBay right now.
So, Mitch Bob said he replaced the smell of the ditto paper with hoppies.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess Pack Rat's Attic was bottle glue aficionado. He hated Ward. And Ozzy asked whatever pogo sticks.
That's a good point.
Too many face plants.
Trampolines. Nobody could handle doing a pogo stick, so they just started buying trampolines for people.
Thank you, Pack Rat. Calcium carbide.
Really?
Ozzy said pistol. Boomstick said pistol. I am saying pistol.
What?
Yeah, I think in the advertising they call them magic crystals.
Well, they don't have anything called Austin Magic Pistol.
Now we've got the early Matchbox cars, which had lead paint, and the Sky Dancers. Kind of twirling Barbie doll thing. Smacking your face and twist up your hair. Gizzard.
What was the first one again?
The early Matchbox.
Let's go with those. Those are fun.
G-webs.
Oh, not the girl toy. So, cars.
Yeah, everybody says Nico. You're echoing.
Oh, I am?
Yeah.
I got my old mic.
Ozzy said cars. Boomstick said Matchbox. Sergeant Joe Smith said cars. I am going cars. There we go. So now we've got the CSI fingerprint kit against the Gilbert Castor Jr. Castor Kit Jr. Gizzard.
Give me that second one.
Castor. G-webs.
Same.
Castor. Yeah, I've inhaled enough asbestos when I used to remove it as a job, so I'm going with Castor. Pack Rat said Castor. Let's move that forward. There we go. Now we've got Moon Shoes against the Hannah Montana card set. Gizzard.
Moon shoes.
Moon Shoes.
Same. I don't need no lead.
Two shoes. Yeah, I'm gonna go Moon Shoes. So we've got the Star Wars Boba Fett against Polly Pocket playset. Gizzard.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Boomstick said Moon Shoes. G-webs.
I will go with the character that Boba T was named after.
Okay. Sergeant Smith said Star Wars. Wood said Boba. Boomstick said Boba. I'm saying Boba. So now we've got the Bat Masterson. There we go. Thank you. Bat Masterson Derringer belt buckle against the Yo-Yo Water Ball. Gizzard.
Yo-Yo water ball.
Yo-Yo Water Ball.
What's a yo-yo water ball?
It's kind of the little stretchy hand thing, but filled with goo.
Oh yeah, I'll take that, I guess.
Really? I'm going Derringer belt buckle. But the Yo-Yo Water Ball, got to move, there we go, is moving on. So the Rollerblade Barbie against the Snack Time Cabbage Patch doll. Gizzard.
Cabbage Patch.
Cabbage Patch. Pack Rat said belt buckle too. G-Webs.
I feel like Barbecue would want both of these if he was here. I'll go with the Cabbage Patch, I guess, also.
Cabbage Patch. Boomstick had said Bat Masterson belt buckle. Sergeant Joe Smith said Barbie. I think I'm gonna go. I'll go Barbie because it makes sparks. But the Snack Time Cabbage Patch doll is going to move on. So now we've got the Splash Off Water Rocket against the Sky Park Flyer. Two different ways to explode. Gizzard.
The water rocket.
Water Rocket. G-Webs.
Same.
I had one of those water rockets.
Yeah, I did too. I did. Yeah.
Mine didn't explode.
Mm-mm.
I've seen ones you pump water into, pump air into, but not with anything else.
Well, it had water in it, and then you'd pump air into that.
Yeah, when it
like a seal.
When you launched it, it would shoot the water out.
Mm-hmm. They go pretty high too.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Boomstick also had the water rocket. Pack Rat said water rocket. Mr. Bob had the water rocket. He said didn't explode, but did crack and split at the seams. Sergeant Joe Smith said water rocket. So now the Bucky balls against the Aquadots. Gizzard.
Bucky balls.
Bucky balls.
Did you ever own any of those?
No.
G-Webs.
Definitely the Bucky balls. You would get like this cube of, I remember, 64 or 164 or something. Like you get a ton of them that you'd make this cube out of. And they were the funnest things ever. They're way better than, well, I guess a little bit different than Legos, but if you have like a desk job or something, you need something to fiddle with while you're on the phone, they're ideal.
I don't know how many times I've looked at them and just never bought them.
Oh man, I have so many sets of them, like dozens of sets of them. I would buy them, and then when they got illegal, I buy them every time I see them now. You can still buy them, but what they'll do is they'll put them like inside of a silicone bag or something, so you squish them, so they're more like a squishy toy. But you just break the bag and you have them. But the other thing is, for 64 or whatever, you get I buy the cheap ones back in the day, like the no name brand, and just because it's like 64 little tiny magnets. It's the best. So I have square ones, I have round ones, I have different color ones, I have different size ones. I have discs. I guess those aren't really a toy, but just stacks of discs. I love little magnets. They're super fun. And then you can play with them with some of them come with like a ball bearing for every magnet. Like some of them are bar magnets with ball bearings, but then you can get other thing like balls that are with ball bearings and stuff. So anyway, so that you can build with them as long as every other one's a magnet.
I have a lot of magnets. I do have a fascination with magnets. I have magnets that you can barely pull apart. You have to push them on the edge of the counter or something on to get them apart.
I've got dangerous ones like that.
Yeah,
Or if you put
I have
two or
ones
three
that,
together, you'll never get the middle ones apart. Like you have to peel them off from the ends type of magnet.
I've had ones where I got them a little too close and then they'll jump from 6-8 inches away
Yep.
at my hand. When
Didn't you make a thing where it was with a magnet and then like on a string?
I have for my daughter. I would make a little fishing pole and then just cut out little fish shapes and tape paper clips to them so she can pretend to fish. G23 is out there. You're welcome. So now we've got, I'll go buckyballs too. So lawn darts. Ooh, it's a good matchup. Lawn darts against the Atomic Energy Lab. Gizzard.
You know me. I got to go with the Atomic Energy Lab.
Atomic. Gary glows in the dark. G-Webs.
Same. They're pretty cool.
Atomic Energy Labs. Sergeant Just Missed said darts. I'm going darts. I enjoyed them. We had them when I was little. I enjoyed them. We used to catch them. I used to do that with horseshoes too. You stand on, the other end, and then when somebody throw them, you catch them. Pack Rat said jarts. Boomstick said atomic. Justin Grimm said jarts were awesome. Oh, so now we've got Flubber against the glass blowing kit for kids. Gary.
The glass blowing kit.
Glass blowing kit. G-West.
Same.
Guns and Water is out there. Good evening. I think I'm going to go glass blowing too. I've had different stuff similar to the Flubber, and I never really enjoyed the kind of goopy, slimy stuff. All right, now we've got the Thing Maker against the Blast Balls. Gizzard.
Blast balls.
Blast Balls. Pack Rat said Flubber. G-Webs.
Probably a thing still.
Thing Maker. I think I'm going to go Blast Balls. I'd rather blow my hand off than burn my hand. So we've got the Colonial Viper against the Easy Bake Oven. Gizzard.
Colonial Viper.
Colonial Viper.
Yep. Same thing.
2 for Colonial Viper. Guns and Water, you are welcome, sir. Pack Rat said Blast Balls. I'm gonna go. Sergeant Joe Smith said Easy Bake Oven. Wow, this is tough. I like cakes, and I like Battlestar Galactica. I wish they would have made they could have made like a Cylon base star Easy Bake Oven. Would have been one of the most awesome things. I guess I got to go Colonial Viper. Pack Rat said oven.
You can swallow stuff from both of these toys.
You can. Boomstick said just use NORAD Santa tracker. Santa is over Connecticut. So now we've got Clackers against the Austin Magic Pistol. Gizzard.
I'm going with Magic Pistol.
Magic Pistol.
Yeah, you can't buy that pistol on eBay, but I looked it up and I want one of them.
Pretty cool. Did you watch a video on it and hear how loud it is?
No, I've just seen pictures of it and it seemed pretty interesting.
Yeah, find a video when you get a chance. Yeah, I'm going pistol. Sergeant Joe said Clackers. Let me get that moved over. There we go. So the early Matchbox cars against the Gilbert Castor Kit Jr. Gizzard.
Early Matchbox.
Matchbox. G-Webs.
Same.
Early Matchbox. Boomstick said cars. Pack Rat said Matchbox. I'm gonna go. I think I'll go Matchbox too. Matchbox. So now we've got the Moon Shoes against the Boba Fett. Sergeant Joe said cars. Gizzard.
Moon Shoes.
Moon Shoes. Well, I guess that's
Gizzard's crazy.
well. He has a shorter distance to fall. You know, like you,
Whatever.
you're falling off a second story.
No excuse
Yeah,
for picking Boba Fett.
He's ground level. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go Boba Fett because it shoots something. Ron Wayne, it's out there. Pack Rat said Moon Shoes. Oh, so now we've got the Yo-Yo Water Ball against the Snack Time Cabbage Patch Doll. Gizzard.
The first one.
Yo-Yo Water Ball. Boomstick said Moon Shoes. G-Webs.
I consulted with Yo-Yo Ma, and he said Yo-Yo Ball.
Yo-Yo Ball. Do you often consult with cellists?
Mm-hmm. Every time I have something interesting, I ask Yo-Yo Ma.
Oh, I think I'm going to go water balls too. I was never, I mean, I think I was high school-ish age when Cabbage Patch Dolls came out, so I was never into them. Ooh, so now the Splash Off Water Rocket against the Bucky Balls. Gizzard.
Want the Water Rocket.
Water Rocket. G-Webs.
Bucky Balls.
Bucky Balls. Pack Rat said I grew up watching Apollo landing and I was named after an astronaut. Ooh, so I think I'm going to go Water Rocket. So now we've got two Gilbert toys, Atomic Energy Lab against the Glass Blowing Kit. Gizzard.
Atomic Energy Kit.
Atomic. Jacob S. is out there. Good evening. G-Webs.
Let's go with the Energy Lab.
Atomic Energy Lab. Jacob said the Glass Blowing Kit. Guns of Water said both are cool. Sergeant Joe Smith said atomic. Mr. Bob said the Austin Magic pistol was powered by calcium carbonate, the same stuff they used in bang sight cannon. Pack Rat said atomic energy. Guns and Water wants both. I guess I'm going to go atomic energy. That way I can make atomic Superman. Oh. So blast balls against the Colonial Viper. Gizzard.
Blast balls.
Blast balls. Gizzard likes balls. G-Webs.
Well, I'd rather have a Colonial Viper.
Colonial Viper. Oh, I think I will go Colonial Viper. I never had one and always wanted one.
Oh, you never had one. Had a little tiny dude in it too. I thought that was cool. Like a little tiny dude sat in the pilot seat.
There was also a toy that shot Colonial Vipers.
What?
Yeah.
Like
So it looked like
whatever the runway or whatever of the things.
Yeah.
Cool.
It shot. It had two on a runway, and then it had a pistol grip.
Oh, I think I kind of remember it. But you're talking about little foam ones, not the toy.
Yeah, they probably were, but I don't remember exactly.
I think they were little foam ones. They looked like them. They were pretty good, but they were foam, little darts almost.
But Boomstick said atomic. Pack Rat said blast balls. Boomstick said balls. So now the Austin Magic pistol against the early Matchbox cars. Gizzard.
I want the Matchbox cars.
Matchbox cars. G-Webs.
Oh, what are we on again? Oh, the
Magic pistol or Matchbox?
Magic pistol.
Magic pistol. Yeah, I'm gonna go Magic pistol too. There's more potential to hurt yourself. Boomstick said Matchbox. So now the Star Wars Boba Fett against the Yo-Yo Water Ball. Gizzard.
Oh, let's go with Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. G-Webs.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett. Yeah, I'm going Boba Fett also. And now the Splash Off Water Rocket against the Atomic Energy Lab. Gizzard.
I got to go with the Atomic Energy Lab.
Energy Lab. But he has to. It's the only thing keeping him alive now.
Mm-hmm.
He's not. Doesn't go near his power source. G-Webs.
By eating the elements that are in those atomic energy labs, he's able to keep his himself going, so he doesn't have to feed off of the reactor. But when the supply of those energy labs dwindles, he has to go back to the reactor. So the energy, the energy lab. What if you accidentally put all your atomic energy lab chemicals into that water rocket and then blasted it off?
World War III. Oh. So Pack Rat said I had the Matchbox racetrack. Those racetracks were wicked if you hit somebody with it. Have you ever been hit with a
track? Heck yeah.
Yeah. Sergeant Joe Smith said atomic. Pack Rat said atomic. Boomstick said I actually had an electric Matchbox racetrack. You could put pegs on the bottom of any Matchbox car and race. That's cool.
Whoa, that'd be cool.
Guns Water said Ultraman had the shittiest batteries. I was in an airport in, I think, the Narita airport in Japan in the early 2000s, and there was an Ultraman alarm clock. And I wanted it so bad. It was probably at least, probably not quite 12 inches tall, maybe 8 inches tall. But it was like $350. But I'm going to go with Splash Off Water Rocket. All right, now we've got the Colonial Viper against the Austin Magic Pistol. Gizzard.
Austin Magic Pistol.
Austin Magic Pistol. Gee whiz.
Viper.
Viper. Ooh. Yeah, I hate to vote against the Viper, but I'm going Magic Pistol. Now we've got the Star Wars Boba Fett against the Atomic Energy Lab. Gizzard.
Atomic Energy Lab.
Atomic Energy Lab. Pack Rat Headset Pistol. G-Webs.
Did Ultraman have his hand up in the air, or was he like had both hands on his hips?
It was just a bust. So kind of armpit up.
They have a bunch of them that are like he's standing there, and the clock is sort of like if it was, I don't know, like if it was he was standing behind it, but it was like from his belt buckle down to his toes. So he's like standing behind it, and it's either he's got his hand up in the air. I guess he's probably doing. He doesn't really do it with a closed fist though. But anyway, they're doing like, I guess they can't do it the other way. But anyway, they're like, with his fist up in the air, and then he's got another pose where he's got his fists on his hips. But they call the vintage one hard to find Seiko alarm clock. But he has little feet. Maybe you just don't remember the feet, or I'm not finding the one.
I mean, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. Anyway, so is it Boba Fett? Boba Fett.
Boba Fett?
Since y'all killed the Viper.
Yeah, I think for this one I'm going to go Atomic Energy Lab.
Oh, this is a bogus bracket.
So now we've got the Austin Magic Pistol against the Atomic Energy Lab for our finals. Gizzard.
Atomic Energy Lab for the win.
Atomic Energy Lab. G-Webs.
One, I'm not in the pocket of big atomic energy. And two, I don't feast on atomic energy chemicals in order to maintain my powers. So I'm going with the Magic Pistol. Like we should obviously be voting.
Magic Pistol. Sergeant Joe said Atomic for the win. Pack Rat, Atomic Energy Lab.
What is going on?
I am going to go Austin Magic Pistol. So the toy you would most like to get, the band toy you would most like to get for Christmas is the Austin Magic Pistol. Brr, 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 brr. Oh. So, everybody, I hope everyone has a good Christmas. And there will be a chat on Saturday night. Gizzard, is there anything you want to say before we close her out here?
I'd just like to say to everybody, thanks for being patient with me, for being gone this week. I will be back next week with all my shows, including Foul Territory, Monday nights at 9 p.m. So, and for my channel members, I will have a members-only chat 1 week from today. So what I would like to say to everybody is Merry Christmas to everyone out there. Have a great holiday weekend, and thank you for having me.
G-Webs.
Thanks for hosting.
So
And
Guns
happy
and Water
Christmas,
asked
everybody.
to explain the Austin Magic Pistol.
Is it metal?
No, it's plastic. Here, I'll play a video and we'll see if we get a channel strike, a copyright claim. Let me. I got to stop sharing that one so I can share this one with sound. But I figured he's got 1 million views on it, so he probably won't care.
Hey, Dave. Dave, check this out.
What's that?
I just got this on eBay. It's called the Austin Magic Pistol.
Magic pistol, huh?
The Austin Magic Pistol. You take a ping pong ball, and you just kind of place it in there so that it kind of sticks. It works on magic crystals.
Magic crystals.
Magic crystals. Magic crystals go here in the back of the can type area. And then all you need is a little bit of water or some spit will work, and then it fires.
Yeah, show me.
So how does it work inside of there?
What's that?
How does it work inside of there?
I don't know exactly. Somehow mixes the liquid with the crystal. I don't know if it crushes the crystal or I don't know. But pretty cool. So thank you to everybody for hanging out with us for this little bit. And once again, I hope you have a good Christmas. And if I don't see you before New Year's, I hope you have a good New Year's. And other than that, have a good night. Go do something good.